Hello, welcome to another nighttime video. Uh, just getting ready to leave holiday. It is 10 after 11 in the evening. I was editing videos, and while I was editing videos, let's see, actually I can check on my phone to see what time she called. A friend of mine called at 9 o'clock, and she was crying and asked if it would be okay if she came up from the cities to talk to me because she was really stressed out about some situations in life. And so I just told her, of course you can come up here, and of course I'll talk to you. She asked me if I had time to talk with her, and I said, of course. I said, no, if you come up here, of course. I said, I'm at holiday right now editing videos. I said, so just I'll be here, and when you get here we'll talk, or whatever. So she just needed to vent about some stuff, and she, of course, she ended up saying that I always give her really good advice. And I guess her husband, he works the night shift. He told her that she should probably come talk to me. I think he knows I'm pretty good with people too, especially when they're stressing out and stuff. I don't know, just all kinds of different things. I don't want to sound like a fathead or tooting my own horn, but happens a lot. A lot of people come to me for a lot of stuff, and I'm glad. It makes, if I can help people out, it makes them feel better. Got to turn that into some good income or something. But I'd do it for free anyway, no matter what. I've been doing it for free all my life. I'll keep doing it for free. It would be nice if I, was paid by the state or government for just helping keep the world a better place, by being me. Because I do, no matter what. Like I said, I do it for free no matter what, because if somebody needs help or is hurting, it's my instinct. I'm always going to be there for them to the best of my ability. Unless I'm really, if it happens to be a moment where I'm really stressing out and stuff, then it'd be a little harder for me. But I still, even then, I normally just put on my happy face and I'm there for people. There has been some times though where I was just too sad or beat up and depressed in my own life where I just couldn't be there for other people. I've been going through that a little bit, through what I've been going through now in the last few years than anything. Just because I've had a lot of really, really tough stuff going on. Yeah, it's been really rough. Let me see what I got going on here. Can't even think straight right now. Yeah, so she's gonna call me in a little bit when she gets home. So I should be hearing from her, I'm gonna guess, within the next 20-30 minutes tops, maybe. If I don't hear from her within 30 minutes from now, then I'll call her to make sure she's home. I was worried about her when she's coming up here because she was really emotionally distraught. So I was talking to her on the phone first to calm her down a bit on the phone. And I said, are you okay for driving? She kept saying, yeah, well, she was crying. I said, well, I need you to take a deep breath, and settle down. And I need you to just be calm and focus on driving. Don't think about everything you're stressing out right now. Just focus on traffic and the road, okay? She said, okay, I'll be fine. And she was better when she got up here, but then as soon as she started talking about stuff, yeah, she started getting emotional a bit. But that's okay. She sure seemed quite a bit better when she left. And gave her some ideas on how to deal with some stuff. It's a decision she's got to make, but I just started giving her different options for her situation, different ways she could handle it, or that, and then maybe other ways that whatever works for her, you know, but I just kind of tried to give her some different ideas. But I'm glad she came up here. I'm sure her husband will be too, because he's at work and probably worried about his wife stressing out, and then and their daughter, she had a fun time too. I kind of goofed around with her a little bit. A little late for her to be out because she's got school tomorrow, but it's not like this happens all the time or something. You know, it's just one of those situations. So, as I'm flapping my gums again, I wonder if there's a such position as a professional gum flapper. Get my phone in here. Have it ready, so just in case she calls, get this started up. Spot for now. Sorry, I got daydreaming there. I don't know if you've seen that black car when we're going by, but that's another Nomad. They're just getting ready to go to bed. Seen them getting in their back seat and getting ready to lay down. Thank goodness it's not freezing cold winter anymore right now. Shut that off so I ain't burning fuel. Oh, I've been stressing out quite a bit again, you know. Still keep staying busy though, even though I ain't got nothing. Good thing is that I got a lot of good things, a lot of things I'm thankful for. Even though I haven't had no money and been out of work almost a year now. That's insane. And God told me He wanted to come up here. And when I first started applying and getting interviews and stuff, and God, I could feel Him telling me no, just to be still. You know, and He wanted me to relax and heal. And I've been doing that, but then after I did it for so long, then I started applying for a lot more jobs, plus because I was feeling pressured by a lot of different people, you know, because the community really helped me out a lot. And God told me that He'd provide. Well, you know, He's provided in many ways, you know, through different churches that have helped me in the community. Different people. I've met even other nomads, you know, even other nomads have helped me. And God bless everyone, for helping me. I'm glad God sent them to me to help me, It's been hard for me, though, but God told me that I needed to learn how to accept help because my pride used to not let that. I just couldn't do it. I always tell everybody that, nope, I'm fine, even if I was ready to scream or something, Oh. Yeah, I used to really be stubborn that way. Still really hard. It gets me emotional. There's been a few times like when I've gotten help from the churches and that where I got emotional and started crying and stuff. But I know things are going to get better. I know God's got a reason for all this. It's all conditioning me or preparing me for whatever this mission is in the future He's got me on. I mean, I've already been serving all my life, walking with the Lord. But I am very frustrated. I've been kind of bitching and moaning with Him a little bit more lately, as this has been dragging on longer. I feel like I've really been listening to Him and doing what He says, even, and keeping a totally strong faith with it all. But, I don't know how much longer I can take it. And I've been saying that for months now to the Lord. I don't know how much longer I can take it, and then I keep holding out, keep being longer, but, Oh, yeah, I always get sidetracked when I had a point to talk about. Well, what it was is that the different things I'm thankful for, even though I wouldn't have been able to make it through the winter without all the other help from the community, the whole community, And, different people rotating help to me about helping me with getting diesel to keep my diesel furnace running and getting gas in the camper. And gift cards for cause I ended up getting a couple gift cards for Walmart and and my friend Tony too. He gave me a $25 gift card for gas one time. That was nice. I got stuff like that from the church. But yeah, I also got the Walmart gift cards a couple times. That helped me out too. Like when we had really cold weather. Like the one time I used it for because you can't get, I got EBT food help or whatever, or SNAP, whatever you call it. That was another hard thing to apply for. But there's things you can't, cash things you can't buy, like, medicine and stuff like that. You can't get with that. So one of the things I got the one time was some extra of those Coleman propane canisters for my buddy heater because we had really cold weather coming. And my diesel heater struggles when you have really cold weather, because this one's only a 5 kilowatt, my other one was an 8 kilowatt. This one's a 5 kilowatt, and when you got real high winds and cold weather, then it struggles a bit. You still ain't gonna freeze to death, but it's not exactly warm in here. I think it was running like 54 degrees in here the one time when it was just the diesel heater fighting against the really cold 20 below weather or whatever and high winds. But what I'm thankful is, even though I got a lot of tough stuff going on, I'm thankful that God guided me ahead of time to buy solar panels and batteries and chargers and stuff to start gearing myself towards being ready for van life, camper life, and it was like it prepared me for all this bad stuff I'm going through, because if I didn't have that stuff, there's no way even, but I could have survived the 4 years I've survived in this camper. But because I have the 400 watts of solar on the roof, I produce all my own electrical power. So, like in the last so many months, since I've been stuck being not being able to be mobile as much because I can't afford gas, so I move very little, only when I have to. But because I got solar panels, I produce all my own power. I can keep my laptop running, charging my phone, my tablet, whatever. So I got plenty of, it supplies all my electrical needs. I even used like an electric egg cooker. I got an electric toaster, I can make toast and stuff with. I don't know, just all my electric. I've never ran low on electric. For 4 years I've been produced all my own electric and never used it up. I've never ran the batteries dead ever. I don't even know what the lowest percentage I got to. I'm going to guess probably the lowest I ever had my batteries was maybe 50% or something. I don't know, 40-50% I'm gonna guess. Because my voltage, I don't think ever went below 12.9. I think is the lowest I ever seen my battery voltage. You know, and that's, I got a thing to hook up to it that'll tell me the actual percentage, but I think 12.9 might be like, I can't remember if 13 is 60% or something. So 12.9 might be 50 or 50% or something. I'm not sure. Can't remember the chart right now. But because of that, I'm very thankful for that, because if I didn't have that, I'd have dead devices. I'd have no way to charge them, you know, and stuff. And all that stuff has been able to keep me going, you know, to help keep my sanity. Not like I'm gonna go insane anyway, but it's still not easy when you're alone, restarting your life with nothing in a camper, and you know, with all the ugliness of family and greed and stuff going around, that got me into this position. God, it's just terrible. But luckily I had that, and then God sent me more help through the winter. So that way I can keep recharging the camera. I can keep using my laptop to make videos. Even though I don't have my internet hotspot no more, that was a nice convenience to have. So that way, you know, I wouldn't go down the rabbit hole of stress, and I could watch stuff. Well, I've learned to bounce with that right now. It's not easy though. That's a new challenge that I've been learning. I can still go to the library to upload videos because I got really fast internet and stuff. So I try to get my videos edited ahead of time. So when I go to the library, they're ready to upload. So that way I'm not like wasting time editing videos at the library, because that way I can just upload because I don't have to have internet to edit my videos. So it's nice, you know, that I got that. It made it a lot easier. And just like when the guy Dave I met that was broke down for a couple months here, 2-3 months or whatever it was, through the winter, we spent Christmas together, you know, and that was an emotional day. He thought he was going to spend Christmas alone. I thought I was too. I was taking it a little better than him though. I was feeling the blues though about it. And then he showed up at my door asking if I could charge his phone for him, because he didn't have no battery, juicer, power, or nothing like that. You know, he didn't have solar panels like me. I said, of course. He asked if he could leave his phone with me for a while to charge it up. I said, yeah. I said, matter of fact, I said, you know, yeah, I'll charge it up. I said, but if you want, you know, if you can hang out here too, if you want to hang out for a while it's charging BS and stuff. And he said, yeah, he just had to run back to his camper quick. When he came back, he's an older guy, a really good guy, I like him. But yeah, when he got in the camper, yeah, he had an emotional breakdown. He thought he was going to be spending Christmas alone, stuck in the lot in his camper. And I just gave him a big hug and said, hey, man, I'm glad you're here. I didn't want to spend Christmas alone either, you know. So it's kind of nice. Me and him God brought us together to spend Christmas together, you know. Then my friend Tony showed up, and he hung out with us for the day too. So the three of us spent Christmas together. It was kind of cool. It wasn't planned, it just kind of happened. And I told him while we're all sitting together, I said, you know, God's got all three of us together for a reason, especially with it being Christmas, you know. And I'm just glad we're all together. I don't know exactly what the reason is or why, but there's a reason. I know there's a reason that we're all spending Christmas together, you know. And we got to learn a lot of cool stories and stuff. And it was a fun day. Turned out a lot better than I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be a lonely, bluesy Christmas. Yeah, so Dave hung out with me on Christmas and got his phone charged up. I made him, one of the days he come over and hung out with me, I made him some eggs and toast and stuff. Hadn't cooked for anybody for quite a while, since my friend Mandy. I used to cook for her every now and then. I had fun cooking for her. One day I really surprised my friend. What time is it here? How much? Oh, it's getting long. I was going to tell you about how I surprised her cooking her a nice kind of a breakfast brunch meal right at the riverside while she was stretched out on the couch. I was parked almost right next to the river, so it was just a beautiful view of the water flowing by. So why don't you just relax there? Well, and now if you're hungry, how about I cook this and that up? And she's like, oh, that sounds good. So it's kind of neat. I've done that a few times. So But don't forget to talk to God. Sorry about my red face in front of Arby's again. There, Arby's red light. This is not a red light district. Oh my goodness gracious, my humor. For anybody that didn't see my video the other day, check these trees out. Aren't them pretty? They're like kind of like a cherry blossom tree or something like that. Got the pink leaves and petals on them now. I don't know how long they stay like that because this is the end of winter and spring isn't officially even here yet. But then I think they shed those and then I think it turns into green leaves or something. I'm not sure. Guess we'll have to video them again at another later date when spring is actually here. So, as I was saying, don't forget to talk to God. You can talk to him about anything. Happy, sad, whatever's going on in your mind. You don't even have to talk. You can think to him and he'll hear you, you know. He'll listen. And if you feel like it, tell him Darren says hi. I want to thank you for being here, watching this video. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next one.